like to welcome our defending champion, Xander Schauffele, into the interview room here at the 2023 Travelers Championship. Xander, some great memories from your win last year. What's it like to be back in Cromwell?
Yeah, it's awesome. Whoa, it's a little loud. Just getting some local support, eating some good pizza, and like you said, coming back to a place where I played really well and we had some success. So it's always nice to be back.
Awesome, and you have 9 top 10 finishes so far this season. Coming off a T10 finish last week at the U.S. Open. Just talk about the state of your game heading into this week.
Yeah, it's been pretty steady. I wouldn't say it's been spectacular, but kind of failed to put myself into any sort of, I guess, really exciting positions on Sunday, which is sort of what we thrive for. So just looking to get back in that winner's circle and give myself a chance coming down the last stretch there, 9 holes.
Awesome. With that, we'll open up to questions. If you can just raise your hand, we'll get a microphone over to you. Right over here for Jim.
Xander, you have a pretty decent record in the 5 times you've had a chance to defend a title. When you come in as a defender, do you come in with a little more swagger, a little more, you know?
I mean, as much swagger as any golfer has, I guess. Yeah, you know, you have good feelings and good memories, and for whatever reason, us pros, you know, play well on courses, or you know, certain courses. So, you know, I've played pretty solid. I've never been able to defend a title, so that's obviously something I'm looking forward to doing in my career. But, you know, when you have good memories or, you know, good thoughts of putts going in, you know, from certain spots, and you can tap back into that, it's always a good thing.
And just curious, do you have a good vibe? Because I think you lead 27 straight cuts.
Commentator's curse. You had to do it to me, huh?
Well, I was going to say, do you feel that way, or do you feel, no, this is really good?
I've just been trying to sharpen the game up over my entire career to be consistent. So, you know, it's probably a testament to that. But, yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of us try to come into tournaments, or I'd say every tour player tries to come to a tournament to win, and you're not really thinking about a cut at that point. So it's obviously a nice thing to have, but really just want to put myself in position on Sunday.
We'll head over to the left and Dave.
Yeah, hi, Xander. Coming from the U.S. Open, obviously in Los Angeles last week and all the way across the country, it's a pretty quick turnaround. What did you do, or what do you intentionally not do to recover and try and get yourself ready to compete? It's an elevated event. You want to be at your best. What do you look to do to recover quickly?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I just practiced. I didn't play 9 holes. It was kind of a last-minute decision not to play. I pushed my Pro-Am time back today a couple hours just to get a little bit more rest. So small things like that help us just kind of sharpen up and just get fresh. I'd say a lot of it's just sort of being able to focus, being able to click in sooner rather than later is sort of what wears on us after we play or travel across the country.
And just real quick as a follow-up, does it make it a little bit easier on a course when you know that usually there are a lot of birdies, it typically is very low scoring, or does it really not even matter how the course is set up when you're doing that?
Yeah, that might even be harder, to be honest. I mean, knowing that there are a lot of birdies, you know, you have a lot of high expectations usually when you come to a place, and you know, when you look up at the board and you're expecting like a 60 or 63 to show up, a lot of good things need to happen for that to go your way. So you need to be sharp, you need to be making putts, you need to be reading putts correctly, making the right decisions, you know, reading their wind correctly, all kinds of stuff. So you can't just sort of walk your way, or for myself at least, I can't just walk my way into 10 birdies in a round. I'm trying pretty hard when that happens.
We'll go to Dom in the front row.
Yeah, Xander, are you one of the golfers that was contacted by the Senate committee that's investigating the LIV merger? Are you one of those who?
Fortunately not.
No? Okay.
No.
Do you know a lot of them here, golfers here who have been, has that been a talk at all? Or?
Not really, to be honest. You know, I think the ones that were, you know, their phones were taken or contacted by the Senate, I'd say they probably don't want that to be known.
Gotcha.
Right.
Is there anything that you can share in terms of the tone or content of the meeting last night and how it went?
I actually had a little obligation with Travelers, so it was quite the bummer that I wasn't able to attend the meeting.
Go to Madeline next. Front row.
Yeah, you talked about making putts and reading the wind as being important qualities for making birdies. Are there any other qualities in your game that you feel are key to scoring and scoring well?
Yeah, around this property, you have to be in the fairway. So last year played really firm. Looks like it's might rain a little bit in the next couple days, but for the most part, if you want to be successful around the course and give yourself a lot of good looks, you have to be, shooting from the fairway a majority of the time. So I say first things first is, hit your driver as far down there as possible, or keep it in the fairway, and then you can go from there.
Go to Gabby next on the left.
I know you said you weren't in the meeting, but what would you say the biggest question that you have is about the PGA Tour PIF Alliance and kind of all the unknowns that are present right now?
Yeah, you kind of just said it. I mean, the sad part is I probably don't even have a question they can answer. There just isn't a whole lot of information out just yet. I'd say some sort of agreement still needs to be, written up or agreed on, I should say. So, everyone wants transparency, and I'm sure in their eyes they're being as transparent as they possibly can be. And all of us players would like to think that they're trying to take care of us, but if they're not able to give us any answers, that means there aren't any.
And Adam Scott was in here earlier, and he kind of said that emotions have cooled down a bit after the announcement 2 weeks ago. Would you agree? Is that an accurate assessment?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it probably wouldn't be too hard to reheat the soup, but yeah, guys, tour pros typically are pretty good at compartmentalizing and blocking out stuff and getting ready for game day. So, I'm not sure what the temperature of the room is, to be completely honest, but I'd say guys are just really trying to focus on playing well and moving up that FedEx Cup list.
We'll go to Matt over here.
Xander, on a lighter note, I was out following during the Pro-Am today, and it looked like you brought up here. It looked like you brought a young kid underneath the ropes with you for 14, had him walk with you. Just want to get a little bit of a thought from you on how cool it is to be able to create some of those lifelong memories for the youngsters out here.
Yeah, I was too shy. This kid was confident. His name was Zachary. He was 8 years old, had a brother named Xander. Spelled the wrong way, it was with a Z, but yeah, he literally walked up to me and asked me if he can walk with me. And, I wasn't going to say no, so, I kind of got to read the Pro-Am group, and the guys were really nice, and most of the guys were travelers there, so he just came along for a walk, and we kind of talked a little bit about what he's doing during his, downtime, summer break, and, his love is baseball and stuff like that. So it's obviously really cool. And, when I was 8 years old, I was too shy to even ask for an autograph. So kudos to Zach for being so confident.
Time for a couple more. We'll go to Joe next.
Xander, when you spoke at Media Day, you talked about having to talk to the younger guys about staying true to the tour and the belief that things will work out. So what has your range of emotions been since the announcement in the 2 weeks? How has it varied since you heard about it?
Yeah, I guess there's a wide range of emotions, to say the least, but I don't really remember what you're saying about me telling the young guys on.
That the guys who weren't, to the 75 no matter where they were on the list, to stay true to it, and that things would work out and something along those lines.
I guess it sounds like something I could say. You're probably right. I mean, I think that was more from like a performance standpoint. I think good golf always takes care of everything. Has seemed to be true my entire career. Just let your clubs talk. It was sort of what I was trying to touch upon there. I don't think that was, relating to any sort of merger of some sort.
How shocked were you, and how has your range of emotions been?
Yeah, I was shocked, obviously. Like I said, I'm not one to speculate, and yet my range of emotions was from day one to now, pretty wide, I'd say.
Any additional questions for Xander? All right, appreciate the time as always, and
Thank
good
you.
luck this week.